welcome back to the Fishy Camper. Today we're going to be doing something totally off the wall and totally different. Has nothing to do with fishing or camping or anything like that. I actually have a project to do. I'm going to be working on my wife's car, and she has the AC control unit. It needs to go bad, so we're going to do that. But what I'm hoping for is maybe some of the people who watch this video will watch my other videos, and maybe it'll encourage them to do something different and get out of the daily grind and get out and do some camping and some fishing and get in touch with Mother Nature and just kind of do a reset in life. Everybody needs to get out and do a reset in life and just kind of get back with Mother Nature and just have a new hobby and something like that, and sitting by the campfire, having a beer, sharing good memories with friends and family, and even your pet and your dog, have them come out there with you and stuff. But for today's video, we're going to be working on my wife's car, which is a 2008 Nissan VERSA. The AC control unit, the knobs on her are broken. So what we did, we went out to the wrecking yard and we bought a brand new one. Well, not brand new one, but we got one at a wrecking yard, and I'm going to be swapping these out today. With that being said, my next upcoming video is going to be more about camping and more about fishing and stuff, and I can give you a little hint of what it's going to be about right now. It's kind of like right behind me. Yes, that's it, folks. We're going to go do some kayaking on the Colorado River, and we're going to hopefully go upstream or downstream. I'll probably go probably downstream and find a little beach area and do some fishing and some camping for a couple of nights, and just relax and just be out there and have a little fun. So definitely look forward for that video. It'll be coming out hopefully within, probably not going to go this weekend, probably the next weekend I'll go. So keep a lookout for that, and everybody stay camping and stay fishing. Let's get started. Let me go grab some tools and we'll start on my wife's car. Alright, so I'm going to take this top piece off right here. Don't want to use a screwdriver or anything like that, because if you do, you're going to really scratch up your car. I mean, it's just metal on plastic, just doesn't work. Plastic on plastic works pretty good. You can pry this in here like this and then pop it up, and then you just pop this piece out right here, and that comes out right there. And then you'll take those two screws out here, and the same with this piece down here. You're going to pop this like this. Pops out right there, and of course this, I would have took this off, but this goes right here. So make sure you pop that little piece off right there. You don't need to take the knobs off for this part. A lot of videos will show you taking this stuff off. You don't need to. You want to take that off because they'll go flying in the back once you start taking this piece here all off. And then the screw comes here first, and then hopefully it just pops off. All right, the two magic screws are right here. You can see one right there. Where is it? Somewhere. I can't even see it myself. There it is, right there. And then there. Those are the two hidden screws. Take those two off. And then after you take these two off here, this panel comes off first, and then this one pops out second. This just pops out, you pull right here after you get these two screws out. After you get these two screws out, this pops out right here. So those are your two magic screws down there. Right, so after you get these four screws removed, you want to pop this off, and then you can start pushing on this, and there's two clips on the bottom. Mine's already off, so you just unclip the bottom, unclip the top, and then leave that in there, and then you take this part off, and then you're golden. Take that part, and then you unplug your hazard lights right here. Do not unplug the passenger bag with the battery hooked up. If you want to just undo the switch on the back, you can. Undo your battery first. Unhook the battery first, and then you can just unplug that back. But if you unplug that back, you can trigger your airbag. Not that it might trigger, but you could if you unplug that, because it's going to think that get into an accident, so it's going to deploy. So you have to do what I do, and there's the two little clips right here and here on the back of there. You just pop that right out and just let it dangle, and when you go to put it back in, it works that way. All right, to take out the radio, got these four screws right here. So you want to take those four screws out, and these are the four screws for the control unit. So you want to remove those and take that, and then the radio comes out. And you got two connectors on the back of the radio. You unplug, and then the radio pops right out. All right, this step here, there's four screws to be taken out to get this part out here. And this just pushes back. Alright, everyone. So, I have to tighten my little go cam up. It's a little loose. Alright, so I got the old one out. So this here was the old one, this was the broken one. What happened was the clip broke here in the back due to someone changing. This step here is very, very, very important. I don't know if you can see this or not with the old one, with the new one. So I got this in here like this. These little clips, I don't know if I can point it out to you. Right here. The little black one got a little black spot on it. Alright, most of the time people, whoever did this one, obviously didn't know clips are in there, and they are totally gone, and they just pulled them out and snapped them out that way. So this one here was a replacement at one time, so it definitely needs to be done correctly. Now, you don't want to pull these out this way. You want to pull this out that way. So what you got to do is use a pair of snap ring pliers, and you're going to spread open this part here, and then you're going to pull this part out that way at the same time. And then your new one will slide. So you know the cable messed up. We're going to try to trim this up with a little bit of razor, try to get that so it's a little bit more round, and try to straighten that up so it can slide in there. That part I probably won't show on video, but I'll show you the after part after I do it. But the main thing is getting this to go out the right way. This has to slide out that way. That one slid out that way, and then this one slides out this way. Same thing with this one right there. It's going to slide out that way. All right, so let me try to get the thing in position so I can show you. All right. All right, so I got it in there. I'm just going to hold it. Very gently open it up. See that? See how easy that came out? Yeah, don't pull up on this, and it's going to end up breaking these little points right here. And this is the most critical step to doing this. That's why this one quit working. So let me get that wire to come back out. The reason this is broke because I got this out of a wrecking yard. So instead of trying to do all that at the wrecking yard, I just cut the wires. And then it's right there. So you're going to take this part here. You'll see the little notches, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but you'll see the notches in there. You place it down there, and once you get in there, you just gently open it up and pull it out with the other hand. This becomes undisturbed, and you slide your new one right in. When you slide it right in, it's going to it's going to push these two open as it goes in, and it's going to slide all the way to the front here. You don't have to spread this open when you put it in the new, when you put it in the wire right here, the one that's all messed up, which we're going to fix with a razor. All right, and then yeah, that's how you do that. So we're going to get the other ones out real quick. I'm hoping that this thing here is on point. I'm using the GoPro Hero 3, so I really can't tell. So I got this inserted like this. I'm going to just gently open it up and then pull it out. So much better than trying to struggle with it. And the same thing with this one right here. I'm going to put this in right here. And then now you want to, if you're not for sure like how it's going to go into place, you want to make sure you take a picture of it and then do it that way. And also you don't have to try to force that out. I don't know if you can see this part. You notice that I didn't try to force it out while it was in there. So that way it just comes out really easy like that. So same thing with this one right here. You're going to see that it just comes right out once you get the tube to slide out. So that's that part here right now. Now I'm gonna fix that mess right there with the razor. And the reason I'm not going to show it because it's going to be time consuming. It's going to take me about an hour to trim these up with the razor, and that's to do it right. I know it's probably saying an hour is a long time, blah blah blah, but just want to make sure that it's done right and that it slips in really nice and easy. So I'm going to trim this up and I'll show you. I'll be back after I get this cleaned up a little bit. Alright, we're back. So how I did this, I took my razor and then I trimmed all this stuff and made it where it's the same level as that. It's not as pretty as that does when it's brand new and stuff, but it is level with the other one. So when I insert it into the little connector piece right here, that it will slide up and pop right in. So it should slide right in after we're done. One trick to this, these wires are a little bit tight right here, so you want to do this in reverse order. You want to put these in first, and then you want to plug up your power wires right here, and then you'll plug up this one and then this one because it's a little bit looser, and then this one. So you want to kind of do it in reverse order, and that's for your radio. So that goes back in the back there. Alright, so I'm going to try to set this up so we can see me do this, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the new one here. So when you put it in a new one, you want to set this is for this one here goes this way. So that one's for the white wire. And then you want to set this as far as away from this as you can, because you're going to have to bend that and get it in that, if that makes sense. Okay. This is a little tricky part, because you're going to have to bend this a little bit to get in it. So you want to go as far away as you possibly can. Same with this one. This wire is going to run over here, and it's going to go in this one. So you want to set that far as away from here. Then you got the yellow wire, which is this one right here. Going to run underneath, and then you want to set it far as away from here as here. So it's going to go there, set far away from there. It's got to go in that little hole right there. I said this part's a little bit tricky, so but we are going to get to it, and then hopefully get it to work. Oh, just for reference, take a picture of this before you take it apart. That way you know exactly which way it goes to which. And again, we're going to hook up the wires after we're done. So let's see. Most complicated wire should put in first will be the one that gives you the most room. So we're going to see the first one first. The lowest one. Let's do the white wire first. And then you turn it back in, and then you want to turn it back up all the way like that, and use the knobs to help get it in. All right, so that one there pretty much in. We're going to take, I only saw how I did it. I had it the farthest way, hooked it, turned it back, popped the wire in, and then turned it back this way. Now what you want to do is you want to just make sure that it's up all the way, so you just kind of like that. Now hopefully you can see this, but right there I had the wires pushed all the way. Clips are in place right there, so it's not going nowhere. So that one there is set. That's the first one. And then now we're going to get, I don't know exactly which one I should do first. Maybe this one. Alright, so I'll pull the wire out. This one here I might have to just move a little bit just to get it in. I'm going to turn this to get it in. Alright, now I got it in. Now you want to put it all the way back, like that. And then you're going to see the wire come up forward. See if I can push this up a little bit, like that. Now, at the same time, I'm going to push as I pull this in. And then hopefully we'll get it to go in. There we go. There we go. Almost all the way. Now I'm going to give it a little bit more force. And boom, there it is. That one's in. Never to break again. Alright. So this is the key trick of doing this, is to utilize the wire moving inside, having it all the way out so it gives you plenty of room to hook it. Once you got it hooked, you slide it back. Then you insert this into the groove, and you use those pliers and the switch to set it into place, because these are one way. I don't know if you saw the other picture. These are one ways, so once you get it hooked in there, it's not going to pull back out. All right, so I got this farthest way possible. The last one's going to be a little bit tricky because it's a lot farther. I mean, I might actually have to turn this back this way, just because I'm not totally in place with it yet. So we're going to take this, turn it down in there, find a hole. Now, another thing important is these wires, especially after the car gets this old, they get brittle. So be careful not to bend too hard, because you could break the wire. That's happened to me before on an older car, doing something similar like this. And you want to talk about, I actually just got rid of the car. Wasn't about to change everything over. So I want to make this a little bit closer, a little bit further, so it can reach. Boom, just like that. Now, notice I bent the wire a little bit. All you gotta do is just slightly bend it back. You want it to be nice and straight. And hopefully you can see how this one goes in. I'm getting a little bit tight, but I'm gonna try to turn this in. All right, now see how that's loose like that? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a little bit of help. I'm going to guide it with my pliers right here, and I'm gonna turn the knob. And it's gonna hopefully guide it right and straight. I might not be able to get this on video because I need to turn it like this in order to do it. But I think you get the hint. So I'm gonna try it one more time. I think you might still be able to see it. No, that one ain't going yet. Again, this is where you have to be a little patient. I might need to trim that one some more. Yep, see the wire is not totally trimmed yet. See if I can do it while it's on there. Again, you want to be real careful and not break that wire, the metal wire. I know you're like thinking, oh, you can't break that thing. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. I've broken before on different cars, and instead of trying to replace the whole wire, I just told the people I sold it to what happened and gave them a good deal, and they had it. Right, almost there. Now it's okay to cut this a little bit round like this if you're in the same situation as me, because the hook's going to actually hook back here. But you do want it to go through, because if you pull too tight and it's not going through, you're going to break the mechanism inside the dial. Then you got to start all over. You got to go find another piece. You got to go back to the wrecking yard, order it off of eBay, wherever you get it. If you get to the wrecking yard, it'd be a lot cheaper than eBay, because I got this piece for like 20 bucks, and they want 150 on eBay. I just went down to the dollar, pick apart, pulled it myself. That way I can see exactly what I was getting. That's the way to do it. Well, there it goes, finally. Almost got it. See, I'm pushing kind of hard. I'm actually getting myself a little nervous by pushing it hard. So I'm going to push back on this so nothing breaks. Push against each other. There it goes. Perfect. Alright, now you want to turn this a little tighter. Make sure that it's set. It's going to be set all the way. There we go. And that's just sliding back and forth. Alright, just want to make sure. Hopefully you guys see this. Yep, I think you guys see it. It's almost all the way in. Actually, it can go in another centimeter, but I don't want to take too many chances. There it goes. Now it's all the way. That's kind of how easy it is. If you know they're not frayed at the end, you're actually not going to have that problem. And now since I'm close enough, time to do the wires. Alright, now this kind of just goes back in the reverse order. There we go. Now it's popped back in place. Fourth, of course, you just want to make sure everything's working right. So that's working right. Nice and strong. Alright, that's working right. the way it's supposed to. And oh yeah. Uh-oh. What happened was when I was pulling on it, the gears popped out. So it's okay, but what I need to do is lift this right here and then turn once, get it back on track, and I think I got it. Nope, one more crack. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a teeth in here. When I was forcing it last time, I skipped over a couple of teeth. So I'm just lifting this up, clicking this over the teeth. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now we're good. Alright, so now we start putting this back together. Probably speed this part up, making fast motion, get some cool drive going. Alright, we rolling? Alright, we're rolling in a different position, y'all. Alright, so now we're just going to put this back together. I probably will fast forward this. Just so, yeah, so again, we're going to make sure everything's working. Everything's pulling nice and tight. The way it's supposed to. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. I'm going to have a happy wife. Got a car fixed again. By the way, folks, if you haven't checked out my other videos on the Fishy Camper, now might be a good time to, after you watch this video, and get your car back together. I don't know if you guys are into fishing or not, or camping and stuff like that, but that's what I like to do. I like to try to inspire people and educate people on how to go out and enjoy Mother Nature at its best, and go camping and go fishing and stuff, and just enjoy the outdoors. Sometimes you get cooped up in your daily life doing stuff like this and trying, you know, to of course save money, you know, so you can go out and do stuff like that. But I mean, I know, trust me, work and stuff like that can be frustrating, and you need to get out and do something to enjoy life. The best way I think to do it is to go out and connect with Mother Nature and do some camping and have some campfires and share the special moments with your friends and your family members and stuff like that, and even your dog. My dog loves to go out camping, and she's 16 years old and lives for it every day. So, like I said, it's just something great to get out and do. So if you haven't checked out my other videos, my channel is new, so I only got maybe one or two right now, depending on when I put this one up on there and stuff. But go out and check it out, and get outside and go outdoors and stuff, and go do some kayaking and stuff like that. So it's just a great way to enjoy Mother Nature, and if you haven't ever done it like that and you want to learn something new, you know, hopefully that I can inspire someone who's never been out camping or fishing or something to get out and enjoy Mother Nature and do the stuff like that and get out of the daily grind. So it'd be kind of nice to see new people get out there. Let's go check them out. All right, back to this. So we got that part back in here. Now we're going to get the radio hooked up. And again, remember, don't disconnect this on the back unless you're going to disconnect your battery. Just like I said before. You don't want to disconnect this because you could have a chance to blow your airbag. Alright, so we're just going to pop that right back in there. This one here got the little clips right there and there, and we'll pop that back in when we get to that part. So now we're going to get the tunes back in so my wife can jam out to her radio. Everybody got to jam out once in a while. So let's get this all plugged back up. Make sure it all secured and connect. Alright. Look at that, I almost set that off myself. Wouldn't that have been funny? Kept that on video. You guys would be laughing at me if I set that off. Airbag blows up, hit the camera. Guys go flying out of it. Look at that. We got bubble gum. Alright, so let's make sure you don't forget to hook up the hazard lights. Plug them right there. And then, as you put this in, you want to pop in the airbag sensor light. Hope I don't break the wire, then that comes popping out. Thought there would be something to see though. There you go, just like that. See? Hopefully my big hair wasn't in the way. And then just snap it in. Snap it in. Actually, you know what? I kind of made a mistake. Let's take this back out. We're just going to loosen that. We don't take it all the way back out. The bottom piece needs to go in first. Don't know what to do with it. So if you do the same mistake I did, you don't have to take it all the way back out. Just loosen it up a little bit, because this is going to go out underneath here. Like that. Just like that. And then this will snap in right on top of it. So no big deal if you did it backward like I did. Just pop it back out just a little bit. And then make sure you have this working, you know, before you start tightening everything up. Now at this point here, what I like to do before I start screwing everything back together and get it all back in, I like to start the car, make sure everything works. Alright everyone, I'm all done, it's all back together. Everything worked good. Everything's moving around like it's supposed to. That's working. That's working. The AC's on. You can see there. That's off. And AC light is off. So everything working like it's supposed to. Alright. I really appreciate you tuning in and watching this episode. If you like this video and it helped you, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell. And again, until next time, take care.